now you got Boots Ennis in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. You know, he's got the it, you know, but we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We've never seen him tested. So until then, you know, we just going to keep saying, oh, Boots, 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 until he meet that fighter that's going to test him.
Is that a fight that you would be interested in?
Nah, it just don't make sense right now in my career. Like I said, like, especially money-wise, don't nobody really know Boots, but I'm looking for bigger and better challenges like Canelo.
You're just looking for the big ones.
Yeah.
The big fish.
Yeah.
Fish fry.
That definitely. Definitely. Them the guys I'm looking for, you know.
Terence Crawford has finally responded to the leaked training video of Jaron Boots Ennis, and his reaction sent a clear message. After watching the footage, Crawford made it known that he is paying attention and he is not impressed. Ennis has been training hard for his next fight and looks sharp, powerful, and focused, but Crawford reminded everyone why he is still seen as the top fighter in the sport. This moment is no longer about hype or social media talk. It is about respect, history, and proving who truly belongs at the top. According to Crawford, there are still levels in boxing, and he believes he sits at the highest one. The buzz started when new training clips of Ennis appeared online this week, and fans quickly went crazy. Ennis looked fast, strong, and dangerous, showing sharp movement, quick reactions, and smooth footwork that reminded many people of a young Crawford. The clips spread fast across social media, and fans began calling Ennis the next version of Crawford. Even promoter Eddie Hearn joined the conversation, saying Ennis is the new Crawford and that a fight between the two would be the biggest matchup in American boxing right now. While Crawford is usually quiet this time, he spoke up during a recent interview after a press conference when reporters showed him the Ennis training video and asked what he thought about people calling Boots the next him. Crawford smiled and replied that if Ennis is the next version of him, then he still has a long road ahead because fans focus on highlight clips while he focuses on history. He said Ennis is working pads in the gym while he is already written into the record books after beating legends. That statement was more than talk, it was a clear warning because for Crawford this is not online hype or back-and-forth videos. To him, it is about showing that even with a new generation coming up, the top spot is still his. He stands at 42 wins, 0 losses, 31 knockouts, and is now a 5-division world champion after dominating Canelo Alvarez to become undisputed at 168 pounds.
You know, Terence is only going to fight Boots if there's loads of money on the line because he knows how good Ennis is, and he's not going to fight anymore unless it's for a lot of money. So we have to do what we say. We have to prove the quality of Ennis, and he has to earn his shot against Crawford. But that is the fight that I look at in 9 to 12 months' time, 3 fights down the line. And I think US fight fans are going to be crying out for that fight. Like, you imagine if we beat Lima on Saturday, we beat Ortiz, you know, we beat Fundora or Mertzalayev or Zayas. Everyone will be calling for Ennis v Crawford.
I think a lot of fans are crying for that now.
They have been for years.
Yeah.
But the reality is we still need to, you know, it's not, I think everyone who, like I say, everybody that knows boxing.
Yeah, boxing fans.
One that knows how good Ennis is go, I mean, what a fight. That is unbelievable. But still, you've got to educate people that Ennis is as good as I say he is. Right? And you do that by beating the champion. So we've got work to do.
No other fighter has ever achieved that level of success, not Mayweather, not Pacquiao, and not Canelo. So when people from Ennis camp began placing his name next to Bud, it clearly struck a nerve. Eddie Hearn has been pushing this matchup hard and presenting it like fate. He told reporters that Crawford versus Ennis is the most important fight in American boxing. But the truth is Crawford understands exactly how talented Boots is. He is not afraid at all, but he also knows this would be a serious and dangerous fight.
Canelo can't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His feet, footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
I feel like Bud damn near basically went every round. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
Now, with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of
Hell
boxers?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah?
3-time undisputed. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it can never be one great, but he definitely one of the greatest of all time for sure.
Went even further by openly labeling Boots as the next version of Crawford himself.
I think the perfect weight for Boots is 160. I think he could go there now and be in his absolute prime. He'll be tight at 54 tomorrow. People think that when you move up in weight, all of a sudden it's easy. He's massive. He will 100% go to 168 at some point. So right there, you've got a 4-division championship. But I don't want him just to be a 4-division champion. I want him to be undisputed in those, because I think he's the natural progressor to Terence Crawford. I think he's of the same kind of ability as Terence Crawford. And what Crawford's done is amazing, because he was undisputed in 3 weight classes.
Yeah, you got to prove it in a ring.
Of course you have. It's not very well me saying it, but you've got to prove it in a ring. But you've also, people know in boxing. So everyone's always known how good Crawford was. But it took him a long time to get the opportunities to prove it. We've got to make sure that we're not 36, 37, 38 when we're getting those opportunities. Because if Boots can get it at 29, 30, he's going to be around 34, 35. He lives a clean life. Do you know what I mean? I think this guy, I truly believe, I think he could be one of the all-time greats.
That is when Bud chose to send another clear message straight from Omaha saying greatness cannot be copied, it can only be chased, and there are no new versions of him because there is only one Bud Crawford and he is still very much active.
Terence Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, is the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford. We've just got to go out and get the fights to show how great he is.
Fans reacted instantly as comments poured in across every platform, with one side saying Boots represents the future of the sport and the other side insisting that Bud is still untouchable.
He's not me.
Yeah.
You know, as much as a lot of people, you know, say we have similarities and, you know, we switch a lot and we fight a lot. He's not me, you know, and I'm not him. So, yeah.
Tim had said comparison that like he's like a Chrysler 300 and you're like a Bentley.
Yeah, like once again, like he's not me. You know, he's trying to get to where I'm at. You know, he's where he at, I'm where I'm at. You know, he got a long way to go.
But beyond all the noise, one thing is clear: this situation may be turning into more than talk, and the rivalry could soon become real.
And, you know, obviously we're here in Philadelphia for Boots Ennis. Eddie, a couple other people, you know, called Boots the natural successor to Terence Crawford. And obviously I know your relationship with him. Do you feel that high on Boots as well, or?
Hell yeah, I think Boots is a hell of a fighter. I don't know about the natural sensation, whatever that is to Terence Crawford. I think Boots is his own fighter, Terence is his own fighter. But I think they both hell of a fighters. I've been around Boots for years and he's the truth.
And last one for me, I'll let you go. Obviously, everyone's talking about a potential fight, you and Teofimo. Is there any updates to that? I mean, is that something that you are looking towards?
Yeah, that's the fight I want. So, ain't no updates. I don't speak business until the deal is done. So, nothing to talk about.
Now let's focus on Boots for a moment. His record says it all: 34 wins, 30 knockouts. He used to be the unified welterweight champion and now holds the WBA and Ring Magazine titles at 154 after defeating Estanionis earlier this year. At only 28 years old, he is not just winning fights, he is controlling them. He trains with precision, moves quickly, and hits hard. His combinations are sharp, his defense smooth, and his boxing intelligence impressive.
What does he mean?
He's a world-class fighter. I guess he's trying to say if you're a world-class fighter.
Sign a contract. Exactly, sign a contract. If he wanted to fight, he would have stayed at 47. He obviously said he wanted to move up in comments to be undisputed at 54 or something like that. So, yeah, he definitely did say that too. Exactly. Yeah.
We ain't worried about, right now we ain't worried about Crawford. We gonna clean 147 now, then we gonna move to 154. If he there and he got a belt, we coming after him. Simple as that.
Canelo Alvarez trained with him as a sparring partner before facing Crawford, and after the fight Canelo admitted that Boots' speed still wasn't enough to match Bud's accuracy and precision, which really shows everything you need to know.
All right, super quick. We just witnessed a destruction by Jaron Ennis. What do you think?
I think that was a great introduction to 154. It's probably carry, and he did his thing. So, congrats to Boots.
What do you think's next for Boots Ennis? I mean, what options are there at 154 in your mind for him?
I want to see him fight either the winner of Virgil or Erickson Lubin, or maybe like Fundora or somebody. That'd be a good fight.
And what about for yourself?
I'm back top of next year, defending my world title in a big fight.
Appreciate you, champ.
Because even when Ennis is training with the best, Crawford remains the sharper fighter.
More than one time, yeah, and he helped me really good, and I'm very grateful with him. We have history because 14 years ago, his older brother, Ennis, helped me for when I fought Shane Mosley and Alfonso Gomez. So that's why we have history with the Ennis family, and I'm very grateful with him taking the time and go there and give me some work.
After Crawford beat Canelo, Jaron Ennis himself gave credit where it was due, telling Ariel Helwani that beating Canelo, the face of boxing, makes Crawford the face of boxing right now. Boots said he is following Bud's example, moving up in weight, fighting bigger opponents, and staying sharp in the gym all year, and to be fair, Ennis looks unstoppable at the moment. His first fight at 154 against Luis Mal Lima was total domination, showing he is ready for tougher competition. But Crawford isn't impressed by flashy moves or fancy footwork. He said it's not about looking good on camera, it's about performing under the lights against legends and proving yourself when the world doubts you. When asked about facing Boots, Crawford was clear he acknowledged Ennis's talent, but said he won't drop down to 154 again, and if Boots wants to talk legacy, he needs to move up. The message is simple: if Ennis wants Bud, he has to chase him, not call him from below.
Do you think Ennis is the guy to give Crawford like trouble in there if they were ever to fight?
I think that would be a great fight. You know, the young hungry lion versus the legend. That would be a hell of a fight. Maybe 160. If it's a vacant title at 160, I think that they can make that happen for sure. I think it just has to make sense for both parties. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think if there's a vacant belt, Crawford's gonna want to be 6th division champion, and then he'll make Ennis move up to 160. I think they could do it at 160.
Crawford is now sitting on the undisputed throne at 168, and rumors are swirling that he might move up to 160 next to go after a 6th weight division title, which would be historic. But Bud's warning didn't stop there. He said he's been that young hungry fighter before, and greatness isn't earned through talk, it's earned by beating opponents no one thought you could beat. Until Boots does that, he remains in the shadow. That statement hits hard because Ennis has yet to face a true superstar. Eddie Hearn will keep promoting the matchup, but Bud isn't handing over the crown easily. At 38, he's performing better than ever, mentally sharper, technically flawless, and still physically elite.
Would you consider going back down to 154 and face Jaron Ennis, the guy who prepared Canelo Alvarez for this fight?
Nope. I ain't going down 154.
As one trainer explained, Crawford is at a point in his career where every fight is like chess, not checkers. Boots may be quick, but Bud is thinking 3 steps ahead and planning every move. That's the reality, and it has boxing experts and fans completely divided.
Great, Bud always been like that. Without a question, solid. You know what I'm saying? Solid.
You think there's anything left for him, coach, or is it time for Bud to move on? Or
I'm trying to figure out who he gonna fight next.
160, you can see him fight going
I wouldn't do nothing crazy. He looked at excellent. Hey, he looked at excellent.
Is there anybody the most from
No, I'm trying to figure out what their team gonna do next. I want to see what's
He's
next.
talking about 160, coach. I mean, the only thing down there is maybe like a middleweight tournament, 2 fights undisputed, something like that. But if not that, then what for Bud?
Who?
Well, they were talking about Jaron Ennis going to 160, possibly Jaron Ennis going to 160.
If he go to 160, then we got another mega fight.
You think that's a mega fight?
I don't know that yet, but I'm saying, and the boxing fans that know boxing would say that's another mega fight.
What would?
Team Crawford argues that Boots hasn't earned it yet and is still in his prospect phase, while Team Ennis claims that Crawford is afraid to pass on the torch.
You know, Terence is your man.
Yeah.
Bud's your man.
Yeah.
You know the fight niggas want to see, bro.
What?
Boots. No niggas want to see Boots, bro.
Bro, Terence different, bro. I just know that man is different. That's what I'm saying. I never been in the ring with Boots.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Boots ain't different or you know, not good at all. I think it would be a good fight, but I just think, you know,
Terence, just like he said, man, he been battle tested before. Terence been through all the ups and downs in the ring. He's the Floyd Mayweather of this generation. Just the magnitude of this fight, maybe Terence is just not motivated enough.
Truth, it's not fear, it's all about strategy.
That's the fight that everybody want to see. And I want to do it.
Do you respect him as like when he's like, I got a couple fights left, I'm at the end, I'm only trying to get mega fights, so
I understand it, but don't lie or kept to the net and make it seem like I had the opportunity to fight you and I didn't. I never did. You know what I'm saying? And then that one time that I did, we said they called and we said we never heard nothing else back about it. So I mean, I respect it though. I mean, get your money. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, but don't be capping on the net.
Bud earned the right to fight for history, not hype, which is why he said he's only taking life-changing fights from now on. He isn't avoiding Ennis, he's waiting until the payday and the legacy value make it worth it. Facing Boots isn't a money fight yet, but in terms of skill, it could be the most dangerous challenge available. After defeating Canelo, the man everyone called boxing's cash cow, Crawford, achieved the incredible. He unified 3 divisions, conquered 5 weight classes, and dominated one of the sport's biggest names. That kind of record doesn't just make you great, it makes you legendary. So while Ennis is rising, Crawford is still standing tall, reminding everyone not to confuse potential with proof. The matchup isn't just another fight. It's a generational clash, old school skill versus new school power, experience versus raw athleticism, legacy versus hunger. If it happens at 160 or 168, it will be a fight remembered for generations.
Fight that makes a whole lot of sense, and a fight that stylistically will be, oh my goodness, is a fight between Terence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis.
I don't think I think that's going backwards for Terence.
To that point, Jaron doesn't have the kind of accolades. He doesn't sell to the mass and all these. So this fight was perfect timing for both these guys.
Fake left, fake right. Don't go left again. Place your hand on your heart. Step back. Feel the rhythm. Step back. Keep the rhythm. Rhythm. You still have some abs.
Double fake to your left. Double fake to your right. Double fake to your left.
No, top.
Put your hand on your heart on top. Step back, rhythm. Step back, rhythm. Rhythm, y'all.
Still got some abs.
Double fake, double abs. Double fake.
Right now, Crawford's message is simple. He isn't ready to give up the throne. He's not after cloud. He's focused on protecting his kingdom.
Is he better than Floyd Mayweather?
To me, he is, because he challenges himself. So for me, don't get me wrong, Floyd ain't no bad fighter. Floyd is a hell of a sharp fighter, but I ain't gonna say you're a better fighter. I'm gonna say I just appreciate it more because he challenges himself. You understand me? Floyd never challenged himself. So if you tell me who I want to see, Floyd or Terence, I want to see Terence, because Terence gonna challenge himself. Floyd may be a better fighter because Floyd is slick and Floyd really can fight. People know I don't underestimate Floyd's boxing ability. Floyd has great boxing ability. Floyd is one of the best ever, but Floyd just never challenged.
Jaron Ennis is set to keep rising, likely going after bigger names at 154, like Sebastian Fondora or Carlos Adams. If he beats them, the pressure on Crawford will increase. As for Crawford, he's weighing his options. Talks are swirling about Gennady Golovkin, Janbek Alam Canulai, or even another match with Canelo. One thing is clear, if the Ennis fight happens, it will be a defining moment. No matter how far Ennis climbs, there's only one peak left to reach, and that's Terence "Bud" Crawford.
This is the situation, guys. No one has ever been a 4-division champion in boxing. Not a real one. Oh, Pacquiao won 8 and Oscar De La Hoya won 11 and this one won 15. No, I'm talking about Ring Magazine champ or lineal champ. You are the champion of that division. Forever, the record was 3 by Henry Armstrong. Manny Pacquiao was the first dude to really win 4. Floyd gets credit for 4 for beating Canelo, but that wasn't at the junior middleweight limit. I don't count that. I don't count that. Terence Crawford just joined Manny Pacquiao as the only legit 4-division champion in the history of boxing. And he did it by jumping middle. He came lightweight, junior welter, then he won a belt at junior middle, not the whole championship, and then skipped middle to fight Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed, for the Ring Magazine super middleweight championship of the world, and left no doubts. including with Canelo, who was all class after the fight but knew what had just happened?
So here's the question. Is Jaron Boots Ennis truly ready to face Terence Crawford, or is Bud's warning a reminder that the throne isn't given, it's earned? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Fight Field for more boxing updates. I'll see you in the next video.